This whole field down there now, you send your little text messages. It's still gonna be able to make it. Yes, whatever. Get down to the night, you pull in the parking lot, you log on, if you're there, you walk upstairs. You barely sat down for a minute and a half, they call me and I'm done.
That's usually what the cardiologist. September 9th. I had already scheduled it. So I go see the electrician. He had to go with me at school today. My blood pressure was 189 over 13. Fancy little emergency bill. So I got it down, but by the time it got it down, I was so exhausted. They used to do that. Now I just celebrate when it's normal.
Hello.
Well, there she is.
I'm here.
We've been talking about you.
I heard my ears were ringing and burning.
And you're early too.
Huh?
You're early too.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good.
How's your sister?
My sister-in-law, she came home from the hospital today, but she's not doing good.
Sorry.
Yeah. They did that bypass in her legs and the artery wasn't very good.
None of the kids are upset.
Yeah, we call it music kids basics for the thing like all different hospitals, all different get together, some like singing groups, and then change the next practice. Album what's practice and it's really the one that one of the kids at the focus practice. And then this is it going to ask the clinic for all of them. But luckily there's only less issues. But they said it's administrative.
Yeah. What about? Yeah, pretty much about what he said when they did to the set the other night. Is that roof sounding to me? Is it just when it is there a boat?
There's a road. Yeah.
The color is also like listening to the same way.
This one gotten it up there.
Dad just did that on our buildings. I don't know how they did it.
That's not easy.
They probably had lines and guys. They left the steel I-beams up there that were up there before because and the floors and shoes shots signs. It was a shoe store. I guess it's 12 foot by 6 foot.
What'd you say?
6 o'clock.
Okay, well, my clock is slow. So,
I gotta turn this on.
go ahead. I'm gonna start.
This way. There you go.
Good. Town of Tryon, Board of Trustees, special meeting, August 22nd, 2024, 6 p.m. First Baptist Church, 122 North First. Agenda: 1, call to order. 2, roll call.
Sandy here.
Richard here, Rocky here.
Mary Lee here.
Number 3, consideration, discussion, and action on accepting or rejecting a building project bid. Richard and I talked with the 2 lowest bids yesterday, and both conversations went well. Do you want to go ahead and give your opinion of things?
Of the two of them, I think Asher's the best bet. And the reason I come up with that is we don't do an answer to all our questions the way we ask them. The only minor couple things that I didn't like was he's planning on doing 8 foot of drywall and everything above that to get the insulation painted
In the library.
in the library. Other than that, we never addressed the windows. I don't think I asked for them.
We have even that.
Yeah, we did. The other guys had mine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
And he answered all the questions good. He's $6,000 less, if I remember right, than the other bid, right?
I think something like that.
If you added thicker insulation, or not thicker insulation, if we added more drywall up to where the 4-foot long was, instead of just stopping at 8 foot, it would add probably about $2,000 to $3,000 difference in cost. But he's very amenable to letting us do the site pad work. He does have some money in it for the final grades and things like that he already planned on. He plans on using local electricians, plumbing, heat, air conditioning, vacuum people. Anything locally that wants to come in and help, they'll use them and adjust his prices that way. Horizon, I got the impression he didn't know anything about the site prep.
I don't know that he was ready to do that.
His bid was on 2x6 walls, wood, all wood frame. Not steel on the outside, but all wood frame. He also had 1.5 inch insulation instead of 2 inches, like the other guy. I asked him about the plumbing and stuff. He said he'll use local people best he can. Trim and woodwork, things like that. He said, "Look, I didn't have a call on it. I didn't know what to put in for a bid on it." And he went down there and he thought,
He's also somebody did with us on the board of she
he's also thought we might need more egress and access through the doors or windows because it's not going to have a fire suppression system. He wanted double 5/8 inch drywall for fire on the building.
they don't want to
Fire suppression drywall or something like that.
What it is, when you put 2 layers of 5-inch drywall, you've got 1.25 inch drywall, so if there's a fire, it takes an hour and a half to burn through to get into anything else. So you have time to put a fire out. Which would add more cost to the first guy who was only going to do a 1/2 inch.
Right.
plastic covered drywall, which I thought was a cool thing myself. Horizon had 10-foot, 12-foot drywall all the way up to the ceiling, all the way up. The flooring was basically the same. We talked about doing the stained concrete, and both of them said the same thing, it'd be about the same cost. Asher had some money in it for flooring, and the other guy didn't. Things like toilets. Horizon didn't have any toilets in it. Didn't have any countertops. Didn't have any cabinets, any plumbing fixtures, anything like that. It was all rough and plumbing, and we'd have to get somebody else to do it. He said there's some money in the plumbing, but he didn't know what to put in. He didn't know how big the kitchen was going to be, how many countertops. I tried this thing. It wouldn't be hard. You look at the floor plan, you can see there's a door here and a door there. You're going to put your countertop in one corner. The other thing was Asher would either use your builder grade laminate countertops, or he would do granite for about the same price. So not much difference either. And he had already planned on the bathrooms. I told him, I told both of them basically that the private bathroom for the employees, you have to have a little bit bigger vanity, and that the other one had to have room for changing table or child changing area. Some rough estimate. If Asher made the changes to the additional drywall and stuff like that, the installation, would probably be about another $5,000 or $6,000. So you'd be up about with the original bid of the other guy. Horizon, if you talk about all the stuff that he had planned in there, it's about $20,000. But he had some money in the budget for the plumbing and electrical, some of the other stuff that we'd have to subtract it off that $20,000. His theory was that I asked about lighting fixtures. He said if we do pocket lighting, how many do you want? Do you want 25? Do you want 30? Do we budget for 30? If you use 25, we have to give you credit for 5. If you do 35, we're going to have to charge you more for the other 25.
And Horizon also stated that we would really have to set that down and like start over with our drawings and getting a new estimate. Because he claimed that there's no kind of time to get an information.
He said you couldn't figure out how the library floor plan would be. You had no, it's just a big old room. I didn't say it to him, but I'm thinking to myself,
He didn't really need to know.
it's a library, you're going to have to take this for our counties, basically. And the rest of it is going to be bookshelves, small areas for the kids for a reading area or whatever.
In the conference.
And a spot for the computers, they have that extra lecture room.
Yeah.
So I don't have a problem with Camden lights either.
No. I thought we'd probably end up with either something like these,
That's what I thought.
LED.
I was asking.
LED lights in the ceiling, or if we don't have a ceiling, we have to figure out what else we're going to put up there. I prefer suspended ceiling there. The ceiling across the whole thing might cost more money.
But maybe. Both of them said they would be happy to get a performance bond. Both of them will use local people.
And a maintenance bond as well.
Yep.
And yes, and maintenance bond as well. Everything's ADA compliant, I believe that's when they are. They were both, didn't have a problem with the way we would pay them. They submit an invoice, and then after inspection, the grant folks will write a check or give us the check and we give it to them.
Yeah, they haven't figured out how they want to do it.
But they have to be inspected first. Well, I agree with Rich on that.
Horizon, the only thing he said too, he thought he needed more fuel. Just might be a cost.
The dirt work.
Because his theory would be that you have to come in almost level with the road.
You don't want to be down too far underneath where the road is because it washed out.
And different roads, but we said girls that didn't have anything for the three. We didn't have anything section three. With the final three.
On the site.
No, they weren't, Horizon wasn't planning, at least the impression I got, he had no idea. I had to do something there, he was just going to
And we asked them both about that site development. We also said, the county commissioner to help us out.
No, Dennis will call, just wait for the call back. He was in the meeting last night.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree with Richard. Actually, that's this.
The only
Best
thing,
we did.
the only thing I would do is that, when we get the contract, make sure that we know if we're adding or subtracting anything in there.
I don't like 2 inches
Don't like what?
on the insulation. I do not like 2 inches.
2 inches spraying.
Under
Yeah.
roll foam.
What do you want?
Well, we went 6, so 4 I think would be,
Of the blown.
yeah. And your insulation value increases with the amount you put in. Now, our building is 20 foot tall, so we wanted the 6.
Something else, Asher brought up too, that he'd be willing to put in 4 or 5 ceiling fans, right? But one in each office and a couple in the library to circulate air, because if you got heat in the summer, you want to bring it colder up
Yeah,
and move it warmer down in the winter.
I like that.
I don't know what the difference would be in cost-wise, 2 inch to 4 inch. Or we can choose from.
It's not.
Or roughly, that's about the building.
Yeah, it took us from 4,000 to 6,000.
Both of them had some good one.
I would definitely like to see the sheetrock go before,
In the library,
instead of stopping
have a
at
ceiling there, well, sheetrock ceiling.
Well, maybe the sheetrock or steel. The steel's the only thing that should be.
Yeah, well, there you go.
What's the reason we the library open with the ceiling open? That's what we've been talking about.
That's
What
what,
we've been talking about, but
that's what
we have the grant available in the future. If we don't like it, once it's finished, we can reapply for the grant. Hopefully, that won't happen because I'd really like to apply for the grant for some of our streets. But
They both said they can probably use the air conditioning furnace.
yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to not only clarify, but just for the purposes of this grant, because it's coming from basically COEED, once the building is finished, if there were undesired things that maybe didn't get done, those would probably have to be picked up on like just small little grants.
Yeah.
The CDBG grant, you would not be able, this type of project would not qualify
Right.
for that.
Okay.
But, there's lots of little improvement type hometown grants, 5,000 here, 6,000 here, that Jana Lee probably could very easily, shoot for, apply for. Because of the work that you're doing, this might be one that Jana Lee would want to look at the Main Street. There's like a Main Street grant, but it's really not a grant, it's basically a thank you for improving your Main Street, here's some money to keep going, maybe something like that, but definitely kind of want to go into it with getting everything you want, because like you said, we could use that grant money, the CDBG grant money, to start working on the buildings that are falling down and the streets and stuff like that.
Would you mind coming up and sitting at the table so I can hear you better? I get no respect.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Leslie. Now, you've looked at,
Yes, I looked at all of them, and there was just a schedule conflict as far as when I could be there with you. That's okay, that's okay. It's more important that it gets done. But I didn't want to come across that I was correcting you. I was
No,
not correcting
please-
you at all.
Please correct me.
It was really more, this is a unique opportunity, and you just really, in thinking about your decisions and those type of things. Brittany and I had a good meeting earlier today, and she voiced concern regarding the match money that's required, and so I gave her some ideas on how she could go ahead and start logging that, and then I realized that you have probably already signed the contract with COEED, with the grant, and so you could actually go back, the day that you sign that contract, the clock begins, and so if you guys could maybe meet together to think about all the ways in which you have contributed time to this, start logging that. That's really where the clock started, okay?
okay. Well, are we at a point where we can make a decision?
We also talked about tree towing on the outside seal, and they both said it's doable, it should not be a major cost either way.
She told me it would be cool.
It doesn't have to be real fancy, but
No. Yeah.
we'll let you guys decide that one. Purple and green or something else.
You may get thrown out of here, I don't know.
Purple and green.
What school colors are purple and green?
Tryon was red and white.
They were?
I worked with a
They
place
were.
one
I thought it
time.
was orange and black because when we did the walkability stage day, I saw the park sign, it's orange and black, so I thought that you were orange and
A board member
black.
just had that pink left and
Okay.
used it.
So red and white.
It was red and white
Yeah.
before.
The Tryon Tigers were red and white.
I think Northwest Tennessee
Yeah.
This is for the loyalty dogs.
I worked one time and the neighbor was on vacation, they came back and there was 7 gallons of paint on the front porch because people didn't like the color of the house from the neighbor. They painted it pink and purple. I went and got all the gallons of paint redone.
So when you met with the contractors, was there anything that you were concerned about? Was there anything that kind of left maybe an uneasy feeling about?
The only one was the one that had all the questions about why he didn't have any, couldn't figure out countertops in the kitchen, couldn't figure out how many cupboards here, what he's gonna do in the bathroom, what the toilets would cost, what plumbing's gonna cost. You can tell by a normal bathroom, it's just gonna.
Right.
So, on the discussion about the site work, the site pad work, if Tryon did the site pad work, which sounds great, is that opening you up to liability because now that alleviates them being responsible for it?
I asked them if they had a problem with it, they didn't have a problem with it.
But with the,
With what?
With the commissioner doing with the commissioner, the county doing the pad side, and then the building, because when I first started looking into this, most of the contractors wanted to do their own pad side, so I guaranteed the work.
yes.
But they didn't seem to have a conflict or an issue with it.
I'm not worried about a conflict or an issue, I'm worried about them saying, now I'm not liable.
Right.
That's the liability factor. I'm just
Well,
throwing that out
didn't you
there. What do
say
you think
that
about?
Asher said that they would probably check the site or something?
And then finish it themselves.
They both looked at the site yesterday, both were out there, both figured it was real doable, other than the one thought we should come up. If we came up 6 or 8 inches in the front, we'd have to fill in about 2.5 feet in the back.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think we have to come up in the front because you're gonna have 4 or 6 inch slab. What was the other thing? Verizon was gonna do a 4-inch slab, and Asher was gonna do a 5-inch one. adding concrete, adding the color to concrete, it's just like a Walmart floor. You get a tan or brown, and you're fine.
Well,
I
it sounds
think-
like you both did a great job really drilling into a lot of the questions that were brought
Here's
up and
Rocky's list.
concerns. Good job, Rocky, good job.
Well, I'm
So it
cheated.
would
It would give them a way out if something later happened. Let's say 6 months into it, you started experiencing shifting or cracking or something, they could say, oh, well, we didn't do the site path, therefore we're not responsible. It just gives them a way out of maybe some ownership that they should take if they do it from start to finish.
Right.
But if, I think what you're kind of mentioning is if the county does the initial work, but then they're responsible for coming in and doing the final
Final,
prep,
right.
Yep.
then
Right.
it doesn't give them that out because they did the final prep.
And I thought that's what you said.
Yeah.
They're gonna check the site before
Yeah.
do the final work, and put it
Yeah.
on.
Okay.
So
I would just.
if county came in with all the dirt and, you know, kind of leveled it out, stuff, Asher would still come in and get the site where they wanted before they
And
built.
Asher's also gonna do around the outside of the perimeter, kind of a floating footing all around the whole thing.
Nice.
And he's already planning on that, so that was anything we had to add to it, just something we were thinking about.
And they both will design their own contract. They've got their own contract signed, so we don't have to worry about that. You know, Jim said he would
Architecture,
do it, but,
the old architecture.
yeah, exactly.
I'd lean towards Asher, would be my thought.
Yeah, I think
Are you
so.
gonna make a motion?
I make a motion that we hire Asher Construction out of Tulsa to do our new city hall and library.
I'll second motion.
Now, with that motion as well, do we need to, approve, like, or what do we need to do with the contract? Is that like, when they write it up, have another one, or is that need to be represented to the board? And then somebody sign it then, or can Rocky sign it at this time?
Because we've already approved it.
You can add to your motion that you give the mayor the responsibility to review and sign the contract. just to
Also,
cover our
when the
bases.
contract is ready, I give permission for the mayor, Rocky Cooper, to sign the contract.
Yeah, I second the motion.
Rocky, yes.
Mary Lee, yes.
Okay. So,
And just real quick for the record, tradition, well, it's really a Department of Commerce requirement that whoever holds the highest position is the person that would always sign the contract. So even if you had not made that part of the motion, they do expect for you as the mayor
Right.
to sign the contract. So Brittany, even though she's kind of leading this and all this, she would not have that authority. They would expect for you to, but I think it helps just keep the minutes and all the paperwork that you guys are following what the Department of Commerce expects.
Right.
And sometimes COEED makes us have it in the minutes, so then
Perfect.
do the board and see if get authority to do that.
all right, are we good?
We're
Number
good.
4, adjournment.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
I second.
Rocky, yes.
Let's get this started. I'm
Get
ready.
this party started.
Yes.
Oh,
I
that
think
was
y'all are in
another
the after
thing.
party.
They both said that they could start as soon as we want them to start.
You want to start Monday, then start Monday.
That's exactly.
All right,
So
call
we'll
him.
get ahold of
Follow.
I'll come in and get ahold of Ashley tomorrow
Yeah.
and let them know that we chose their contract and try to get the ball.
Let's get it ASAP.
Put a letter together, for the one that was awarded, and then put a letter together for those that were not. And you would need to sign those and then send those out. You can scan it and send it as an attachment into an email if they provide an email address. If you send it out that way, but you should notify them all.
Right.
Okay to do that on Monday?
Yeah.
on all four of them.
Can we wait that long?
On all the other four
Yes.
Yes, every bid that you receive, you should just thank them for taking the time to submit, if they were not selected. You don't have to go into a lot of detail, but they were not selected, that way they have closure on.
Right, they're not waiting.
Is this long? I can't show. You gotta be smarter than the recorder.
There's a drawing on the back showing you what to do.
But yeah, those letters could go out on Monday.
Okay. That's good. And we just missed it.
You guys want to see these? He flipped the building.
Remember we had talked about flipping the building to sideways instead of lengthways? I flipped it to basically the same square footage, basically everything the same.
Oh,
Libraries,
yeah, I see what you're saying.
libraries were slightly bigger, the kitchen's a little bit bigger. Offices were slightly smaller.
Looks good.
Yeah.
And both of them were fine with putting the awnings over the doors.
Oh, okay.
We have 3 doors, right?
Yeah, we got the
No,
door here.
one in the
Door
kitchen
here.
and two on the outside.
Good.
So,
All right.
yeah. Looks good.
I like your drawing, Richard. Really?
In case they ask, either one of those will do.
Will you do me a favor? Make a scan that and send it to everybody.
Yeah, just so I have it.
Want me to send it to you?
Hi, kid.